It's not even Christmas yet, and these mother-in-laws are already throwing tantrums and going crazy. Here are some of the top posts on r/JustNoMother-in-law for this holiday season. Hosting Christmas at our house this year, but that's not what we always do. Hey, also my Mel has been a Just No in the past, but has been making strides to change after a tour earlier in 2019. She's definitely my back after some issues when my twins were born in July of 2018. I believe backgrounds should be linked. We ran into an issue this weekend, and I'm not sure if I'm overreacting due to my feelings towards her, so I'd appreciate some feedback. Been with DH for 8 years, married for 4. We have 16-month-old twins. I'm 30 weeks pregnant and due with our third in February. We live about 5 minutes from my parents. Definitely just yes, they are great with giving us space, and about 25 from my in-laws, so everyone is close. During past years we have always done both sets of extended family in the same day for Thanksgiving, and on Christmas Eve with in-laws, Christmas Day with my parents. We did this last year with my twins, and it was way too crazy. I was stressed the whole time. This year we told family back in early October that we wanted to split Thanksgiving, and would be happy to host for Christmas, but we didn't want to go anywhere. Thanksgiving we saw my in-laws. We went to their house. We saw my parents later that weekend. Worked fine, but I already anticipate no bitching next year about us not going to their house. Oh well, our spines are shiny. I'm not worried about saying no. We told everyone that we would not be going to their houses for Christmas activities. We live close enough that people can come to us. I'll be 32 plus weeks pregnant. We have toddler twins that we don't want to pack up everything for. My in-laws' house is not baby-proof in the slightest. We have to hold highters for a meal. I'm not dealing with that this year. Our kids are the only ones in the extended family. There is also a Sil/husband, both 28 and a single bill, 19, and with me being pregnant, I feel that it is our turn to be accommodated towards. I also don't honestly want to spend 15 minutes driving up and back, even though I know that's not a huge drive compared to other families. We told Mil they are welcome to come to us for either brunch or luncheon to open presents and hang out before nap. She's already disappointed that we refused to go to Christmas Eve nighttime service at her church last year, and will not be going again this year. When we told them this a couple months ago, they said fine, and it was put away. This weekend I asked BH to check on the plans, and now both Phil and Mil are saying that Christmas Eve has to be done at in-laws' house because that's how we have always done it. I'm sure part of it is that they don't want to hold presents to us, because I guarantee they bought way too many, because that's Mil's MO. It's a hell of a lot easier for healthy childless adults to bring their presents to us than for us to haul everything to them. I 100% guarantee we wouldn't be able to fit everything in one vehicle anyway, so I would have to drive separately from my husband. It's easier to have it at our house, so we can just put my twins down for their nap without a drive. Plus, I told my husband last night that I'm not giving up the next 18 plus years of Christmas Eve for Milk and play grand matriarch, and do what we always do. I guess I'm wondering if I'm overreacting, or if I'm the just no for standing my ground on this. I know things would be so much easier for us to just cave and go there, but now that my spine is shiny, I don't want to do that. Thanks for any input.
Mother-in-law uninvited me to Christmas. In one of my previous posts I explained how Mil cancelled on Thanksgiving and attacked me over text. When I stood up for myself she messaged my so calling me a bunch of names and threatened to get their whole family involved. Last night, my so went to go speak to his mother for the first time since he stood up to her. She informed him that I'm not welcome at Christmas like originally planned, whatever, but that he could come, and should she expect him to be there, so she can get him a present. My so told her that, if I wasn't welcome, he wasn't going, that I'm his family too, and she should just be civil with me. So we aren't going to be seeing her for Christmas, because she won't have me near her, or in her house. Whatever. I just feel bad for my so. He also found out that Mil did go tell her entire side of the family, clearly not what actually happened, or they're just as crazy, because now everyone is mad at my so for not putting me in my place and they say we are both disrespectful. I'm not sure how to even deal with this whole situation. It feels like mother-in-law is trying to create a war because I defended myself while she attacked me. Now the whole family is against my so and my so is a wreck. Ditching them on Christmas Eve. I let Mil watch our daughter for 2 hours today while I went to the gym. My mom was also there. I have a nanny cam that they are both aware of, but they must not know it captures audio. Mil proceeds to talk shit to my own mother about how my 5-month-old isn't eating enough and breast milk isn't enough, and I should have started her on solids by now, and how I'm rude, and how she was offended that I asked her not to make any holiday treats for me this year. I have crazy food sensitivities and even the slightest cross-contamination will flare me up. This is the same mother-in-law that showed up to my house 4 weeks after a traumatic birth. I almost died and cried because I was keeping my own daughter away from her when she had just seen her 4 days previous. She then proceeds to say how, if she had my daughter for one night she would be eating solids and sleeping in her own bed. I co-sleep and that's my fucking decision and what works best for us. Mil also showed up reeking like cigarettes and perfume And it was because someone smoked in her car. She's just a liar. I also had a problem with my Mil's mother. They have been bugging us to see the baby, so I go out to dinner with them. I picked a restaurant so we could be in and out, whereas if we go to their house we're stuck there for hours, and I'm guilted by them because they went above and beyond to make a gluten-free, dairy-free meal. When I never asked them to, they will literally print off the recipes and explain in detail how inconvenient it was and how long it took to have to go out and buy all gluten-free food. Well, my girl was fussy, and I come to find out my hubby's grandma is telling me it's because I'm starving my daughter. The whole dinner this grandma tried feeding my daughter fries at 4.5 months old, and she was not interested. I at one point grabbed them and said leave her alone, she doesn't want them. Clearly I said sometimes I will give her a head of broccoli to hold of a big carrot to play with, so she gets used to whole foods, and holy shit was I attacked. I got scolded by 3 people about how she could choke on the carrot. She isn't even strong enough to bite the carrot, nor does she have teeth. I'm always standing right there. Anyways, after listening to Mil bitch on the nanny cam and my own mother not even defend me, I'm pretty much wanting to peace out for Christmas. I'm forge not going to Mil's house, but will do a few hours at my mom's. The best part is, after I hear her talk shit I walk in, and she has the biggest fattest smile on her face. I can't stand her. Dad and baby girl can go there for a few hours. I'm going to have a hot bath and read a book, maybe watch a good movie, or see a friend, and I couldn't be more excited. At least this whole thing has given me a solid reason to abandon plans to go there, lol. Mother-in-law, MWCW, who cried wolf visit it again, just in time for Christmas. TLC needed. Looking for some support here. MWCW is at it again. Check my history for background. We have been no contact since April. She sent a text one time in September and we didn't respond. So she sends this to Dear H today. No one praised you more for your accomplishment in grades and success to everyone he met than your father. God teaches forgiveness, because you info that was false, and not from me or dad, still alive. Ugh. So I guess they finally decidedly to really read the heartfelt message my DH sent back in April. Of course, there is no mention of apologies on their end, because a narcissist is never wrong. I don't want to break no contact, but if I could I would probably say this: Jesus does ask us to forgive, and at some point we will, but it doesn't mean we have to endure this crap from you anymore. You aren't even a Christian, and the only time you invoke God is when you are yelling at us. Open the good book and really study it. Until you do, stop using God as a tactic to browbeat us into submission. If you can't see the pain you have caused, ask us for forgiveness and change your ways. Well, there isn't too much to say. I knew this would happen. MWCW is sweating bullets that we won't be there for Christmas. Sorry MWCW, you cooked your own goose when you put my DH through the emotional ringer 9 months ago. There are consequences for your actions. Sorry, not sorry. JNMIL expects a Christmas party thrown by me in my house the day I'm giving birth, along with my Thanksgiving fiasco. Am I overreacting? I'm being induced Saturday after 3 weeks of contractions. The stress from nursing school finals made them kick in early, so I've been on bed rest in attempt to ease them up along with medication. Thanksgiving JNMIL came in to visit at 9 PM unannounced, was offended when I told her didn't have a place to stay. She is very messy, and we just moved. We don't even own a couch for her to crash on. She insisted she could curl up on the baby bed. No. I worked my very sore butt off to get this house baby ready. She ends up stay with her ex-husband, Jiffle. That's a whole mess in and of itself, as she's in town suddenly announcing that husband number 6 just isn't gonna stick and she's moving back to our neck of the woods. Yay. She ends up coming over the next day, cooking a few desserts at my house while I'm finishing up a class and I get to clean the kitchen. Didn't even get to eat the desserts. They were for a church dinner that we got dragged along to, and I felt very uncomfortable as we don't attend that church. I'm only engaged, and the entire church, in backward southern West Virginia, did however make a bunch of lovely comments. In a hoe. Their whole gang is insistent we spend Christmas together Saturday, the day I'm being induced. JNMIL has invited JNBIL and JNSIL along with Jiffle. Thank God Jiffle will be there. JNMIL decides that we are all going to sit on our hardwood floors, play board games, and have a gingerbread decorating contest. I don't know why she's attempting to be nice to me, and frankly I don't feeling like having a bunch of people dirtying up my house the day I go into labor. I'm hurting. I'm tired. Pregnancy rage is real right now. I want to be able to nap in my bed before I do this really hard thing. Maybe I'm being selfish, but good lord, can I have one day of being selfish? Christmas cancer? Try Christmas organ harvesting. Let's roll into this. Starring my favorite villain Fifi Felicia. Yes folks, that's right. The crazy bit has resurfaced. Call from my lawyer today, and the nut job contacted my lawyer. For what? She wants one of my organs. No, I'm not kidding. Apparently my just no sister has liver failure, but won't stay out of the bar, and I'm to be the sacrifice by giving up my health organs to save her for Christmas. If not, I will be responsible for killing another one of her daughters. Guilt trip much? Yes, I'm a perfect genetic match for said sister. We found out a long time ago when our other sister was dying. I wrote the DNR and that's why I'm accused of killing said sister. Terminal cancer. Will I do it? Hell no, before you call me cold. This sister is a stranger to me. I have not spoken to her in about 0.17 years. She still sides with the step asshole, child abuser, and well has destroyed her body through drugs and drinking. She is also 7 years younger than me. How in the world does this woman, FFF, think I'm going to just cut out my organ? Put my family through hell, especially with nephew finally getting straightened out and on track. 0.5 teens, a DH, and pets, to throw it all away for strangers and abusers. My lawyer suggested we do another round of security checks. The letter sounded unhinged was the most polite term he had. My fear, if just no sister passes then I become FFF only remaining child living. I will become the sole focus of both her insanity and her age. Nothing is more dangerous than someone who has nothing to lose. Luckily, we are looking at houses and soon to move. Still, the fact this woman is loose, somewhat functional scares the hell out of me. We have all kinds of restraining orders, cameras, you name it, but still I have teens now. They don't need this crazy. My oldest, the one who she scared the hell out of by breaking in his window, is especially protective of the house now. He watches over his sisters in case the crazy Grammy tries anything again. Yes, I did reach out to Just No Sister and confirm the diagnosis, but even she was the same type of crazy as FFF. Demanding said organ, she needed to be healed by X date for a cruise. Yeah, I know, WTF. Can I just live in peace, not in pieces? Mill throwing us out of Christmas to make room for Bill's in-laws. Apologies, I can't find the flare on mobile, plus obligatory on mobile declaration. Sorry also for any formatting issues this may cause. Advice, TLC, internet hugs, listening to my rant, anything is welcome. TLDR. After confirming multiple times we are welcome for Christmas, Milan invited us today to make space for Syl's mother and grandmother. After we drove down, I have posted only once before about Mil intentionally excluding me, 34F, and D, H, 37 meters, from family photos. The response was overwhelming, and I appreciate this community so much, even if I mostly just lurk. Since that debacle a few years ago, we haven't visited them, and have been VLC. When we heard neither Bill 1 or Bill 2 and their families would visit over Christmas as they usually do, DH asked if we could go for a few days. My family live in a different country and we had planned on spending the holidays alone, so I agreed. They seemed overjoyed at the prospect. We made reservations and confirmed that we would be staying in one of their 2 guest rooms. They immediately agreed, Mill saying it was a given. Why would we even consider staying elsewhere? We're family? This was in October. End of Nov. Bill 1 tells DH they changed their plans. D. Sil 1 and their 2 kids would go to Mill and Phil's over Christmas. We called Mill, asking if there's room for everyone, and if we should look for a hotel room, now that 4 additional people would be there as well. We were assured she was looking forward to having us. The children would sleep on mattresses in their parents' room, and why would we even consider staying elsewhere? We're family. Cue the present. We've already made the 2-day drive down, but haven't gone to their place yet as we're staying with friends until the 22nd, when we would have gone over. Today she calls. Sil 1's mother and grandmother are coming with them. There won't be enough space in the house. She's not up to hosting Christmas dinner for more than 8 people, and essentially we're uninvited. Trying to find halfway accommodation for the unplanned 2-day drive back home in peak season now. Utterly gobsmacked. This woman ditched for Christmas. While boundaries are sometimes skirted, which is why I look for advice and to see how people handle things, I generally get along with my FMIL really well. She adores me, maybe a little too much. But this is one of those things that just really pissed me off and just happened 5 minutes ago. Bear with me, I'm typing this on my phone while on break at work. So for months she's been so excited because my boyfriend works corrections and I'm a nurse, and this is our first year of living together. We've been together 3 years, but 2 were long distance. I moved here to be with him February 2019, so major holidays have been a struggle coordinating, and still are. My FMIL forgets I have a family that I actually love being around. One of my issues is that she tries to act like she's the mother figure for everyone including me when I have a gym jittered. Well, she was super excited because we both have Christmas Eve off for the first time in 3 years and she wanted us to celebrate it with her. Last year he drove down to spend Christmas Day with my family and meet my extended family. So I know we are going to her house for Christmas Eve. I text her telling her I'm going to bring some of my homemade desserts and then ask what else she wants me to bring. Oh, plans changed. She's going 2 hours away to my boyfriend's brother's house because he wanted to do Christmas Eve instead, and whatever he wants he gets because of the grandkids. Okay. So I guess you won't get to see us for Christmas? Okay. Were you going to tell anyone? No one says a word to us. My boyfriend's dad, who lives with us and goes over to her house every day, divorced 30 plus years but still friends, didn't say anything to us. The eldest nephew, 19, is staying a few nights with us. Not a word. Was anyone planning on telling us if I hadn't asked what I needed to cook? Mind you, for months she's been talking about doing a special Christmas Eve dinner because her babies are both off work and she didn't get to celebrate with us last year, and my boyfriend's brother and the kids are doing their own thing this year, blah blah blah. Not a word until I ask. She tried to suggest we come over on Christmas Day and I'm like, he works day shift and I work night shift, so we wouldn't even see each other before I had to leave for work. So then she's like, no, we're all going to asterisk house. And we need to bring food, so you and I will have to cook. First of all, we did not agree to that. I love his brother, love the nieces and nephews to pieces, but you don't just tell someone what they're doing without asking. Brother is also the GC for sure. Second of all, when I asked what you wanted me to bring, it was, I thought, for 4 to 6 people, because you kept saying small family get together. I'm not budgeted to buy food for 20 plus people right now because of some payroll flub up at work that shorted my last check significantly, almost $500 significant. That is being added to my next check. I could swing enough for 4 to 6 people like planned. Not 6 plus children and 15 plus adults. Third, were you ever going to say anything to us until we just showed up at your empty house? Am I wrong for being more than a little miffed considering it's Friday, and when we spoke to her Tuesday night, it was still at her house? Thanks for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe for more videos. See you all later.